we start, I want to ask you a question. What is the most important thing in your life?
Health.
It's your life. So I don't fucking care of what is your excuse, but I don't want to see you guys have your cell phones on. Okay? You shouldn't be distracted. Nothing is more important than your life. My wife just gave birth a few hours ago. I have tons of excuses not to come here. I see something very alarming. First question, how do you feel about your blood test?
I feel it is very alarming for me. To me,
Yeah.
it is. Kind of scary, and it alarmed me that I expected this result before, and I know this will be the biggest change in my life. This day will be. So I expected it, but yet it's still scary.
How old are you now?
I'm 27.
You're fucking 27, you're fucking young.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be in that position.
Yeah.
How about you, Mom? How do you feel about your blood test?
Yeah, actually before the test, I think my hair is still okay because I also play sport football every week. So I think the test just show the result will be good. I expect like it, and when I see the result come out, I also a little bit surprised.
I'm surprised. But not surprising to me. How about you, Phúc?
I feel better before because previously that my health I did some blood test before, but the result is much worse than the recent result. So I can see some improvement because I reduced my bad habit in terms of eating. So I eat less than before. So I skip lunch. I think that was why.
Okay.
Yeah, but in general, I still have some problem with the like lipid metabolism in blood,
Okay.
and a bit of close to the free diabetes. Very
Okay.
close,
Okay.
very close to.
Okay, turn around. And I can tell you, sorry, Phúc, your judgment of your health is wrong. Your health is also at risk. You are suffering from insulin resistance. So it progress leading to pre-diabetic and then eventually diabetic. You're not healthy.
Yeah.
So first of all, I want you to understand. First of all, I am not a medical doctor, okay? I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just a biologist. I see all the shit happen to my father. I don't want myself to suffer the same thing. Have you seen any change of my body lately?
Yeah. Big improvement.
Yeah.
Big improvement?
Yeah.
Any of you can beat me in a push-up competition? Running? Swimming? Arm wrestling? No. You guys are younger. You have a lot of potential. But you did not treat your body right. So today, I will give you a lecture that you are at risk of having the chronic disease.
Yeah.
Some of you already got chronic disease. Okay? You are not healthy. You have to make it clear. Let me ask you a simple question. What if you are diagnosed with lung cancer today? Will you keep smoking?
No.
No? What if you are diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, will you keep eating ice cream?
No.
It scares you shit out, right?
Yes.
But before you see a death penalty result, you will never change.
Yeah.
Before we are diagnosed with diabetes, we never change our lifestyle. Why don't we envision that eventually, if we keep this lifestyle, we will eventually get lung cancer, liver cancer, diabetes, heart failure, stroke, anything. Why don't we have a lifestyle like we are having cancer, we are having diabetes,
Yeah.
and then those bad events will not happen. Will you understand me?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't fucking care of your excuses. Understand me?
Yeah.
You quit smoking now.
Yeah.
Don't tell me, okay, I will reduce smoking. That is fucking bullshit. That will never happen.
Yeah.
Okay? The event is you do it or you don't do it.
Yeah.
You don't do it halfway. You understand me?
Yeah.
If you don't want to end up having diabetes, you have to put yourself in a healthy lifestyle. Not tomorrow, not next month, not next week, but when? Now. You understand me?
Okay.
I was way overweight. I used to be 120 kilograms. I lost 40. I got 80 kilograms. And then over the years, I gained weight again to like 100 kilograms. And then one day, I realized that once my son going to school, I must have been dead already. That's fucking scary. Okay?
Yeah.
I want to stay healthy, be around, enjoy my life with my children. And that is why I changed. But I tried with sports, I tried with diets. It did not work. You know why? Because if you want to have the result, there will be a few things for you to make sure you. First, you understand the science. Second, you need to have the discipline. You now need to have a good program, and you can do it consistently. And you must feel happy in that process. Do not torture yourself. You understand me?
Yeah.
Don't think that, okay, I'm overweight, so I will skip 2 meals, 3 meals, without understanding your body metabolism. And then, guess what? After that fasting process, you feel hungry and you eat like crazy. You eat like a pig, and then you gain more weight. That will be more dangerous. Okay. You guys, when I read all your blood tests, you are in the insulin resistant. Okay? you are insulin resistant. You are pre-diabetic. And you are diabetic. Okay? Those problems will lead to the consequences. You guys all have cholesterol problem. You have triglyceride. Okay? You know, the consequences of those will lead to blood clotting. And what happened next?
Stroke.
You have stroke and heart failure. It can happen at any time. Is it scary?
Yes.
What will happen to the family that you are too young and you got a stroke and you become what? And what if you stroke and you become disabled? If you die, okay, fine, end up in a graveyard. But what if you're disabled? Who will take care of you? You become a burden for your family. Okay, and let me tell you, all the problem that you have, is it happening because you got some bad luck?
No.
No, it's not bad luck,
Yeah.
okay? It's not an incident.
Yeah, yes.
It's not a disease like flu.
Yeah.
Okay, you end up having a flu because the virus came from nowhere.
Yes, I understand.
That is the reflection of your behavior, your lifestyle from previous years. You understand me? So that is why they call all those chronic disease. Those are chronic diseases. That means it will not go away. Second, no treatment. That's a bad news for you, okay? No treatment. Why? I can say it loud. Because any medicine that you take is just to reduce the consequences, okay? Reduce the chance that you will have a stroke. But it would not solve the root cause. I always explain you that the root cause will create consequences. So instead of trying to treat the consequences, you need to treat the root cause. You understand me? You take the pills every day, say, okay, I've got some high blood pressure, and you take the pills, okay, I'm good. That's fucking bullshit. That just reduces the chance that you have an artery rupture in your brain. But that event can happen because your blood pressure is not at a safe level. You understand me? You see the result and then you consult with the doctor gives you a whole bunch of pills. Doesn't work. You understand me? And that is why you need to understand the science behind. You know, plan to go back to the US to study an undergrad again. I may study about human nutrition, metabolism, because I think it's very interesting and important. First of all, I need you to understand a few terminology. You see, you got high cholesterol, you have problems with metabolism, you got problems with blood glucose, insulin, etc. First, you need to understand those basic things. What is blood glucose? What is insulin? And the interaction of those two things. You need to understand glycogen. You need to understand fat, protein, fiber. Do you have any problem understand those terminology? Let me explain one by one. So the blood glucose is the concentration of glucose in your bloodstream. Okay? So our body uses glucose as fuel. You understand me? But glucose in the blood is toxic. If it go beyond certain concentration, it start damaging your body, start damaging yourself, your cells, start damaging your organs. And that is why insulin is a hormone produced by pancreas. And the function of insulin is to bring glucose into your cells and turn it into a little bit of intermediate storage named glycogen. The glycogen is the polymer of many glucose molecules.
Yes, I understand.
You understand me? Okay, so when you eat a bowl of noodles, rice, baguette, bread, whatever, sweet potatoes, whatever, okay? Those are starch. Or you drink soda. You drink directly sucrose. Okay? Or you may drink corn syrup. Corn syrup is from Coke, Pepsi, etc. This is even worse because corn syrup contains let me remember. Okay, so my brain stopped functioning. So it could be the consequences of aging. Oh, fructose. Corn syrup, then fructose. Is also single sugar. Sucrose is dimer of glucose and and fructose. Starch is a polysaccharide.
Yeah.
And once you ingest starch, it will start broken down into single molecules of glucose. Okay? And for fructose, it is toxic to our body, and only liver can turn it to glucose. So you see, eventually everything turns to glucose. Okay? You understand this? Those are carbohydrates. We call it carb. When you eat any of those, your digestion will release enzyme to break it down, turn it to glucose. Or you may drink glucose almost directly. Oh, by the way, honey is glucose. Okay? Don't tell me that, okay, I don't drink sugar, I drink honey, is safer. It's fucking bullshit. It's all glucose, okay? So bear in mind that when you eat any of those, eventually your blood glucose increase. And let me tell you, in your body, you only have about 5 liters of blood. And the level of glucose acceptable in your bloodstream is only something like 100 milligrams per liter. So that means your storage of glucose in the blood for the entire your blood volume is only half a gram. What if you eat like 100 grams of carb? It's like 200 times that your blood can store, right? So after you eat a lot of carb, it turns to glucose, it increases your blood glucose like crazy. And what happens next? Your insulin has to release immediately, right? For what? To bring the glucose into your cells, into your muscle, into your liver, and turn into glycogen. You understand me? You think it's safe? No. Once you have a fast increase of blood glucose and then an enormous secretion of insulin, you have a fast drop of blood glucose, turn into glycogen. Okay? And your body will experience a roller coaster. Your blood glucose goes up, and then you have your insulin production increase, right? And then what happens next? Your blood glucose drop. Your insulin will gradually drop. And once your blood glucose drop, you feel what? You feel dizziness. You feel tired. You feel hungry. You feel sleepy. That is why after lunch, you feel sleepy. You know what I mean? Once you feel sleepy after big meal, you got your what we call glucose spike. You understand me? Yes. And then because you feel hungry, you feel tired, you start eating again. Right? For example, at night time, when you feel a little bit tired, when you stay up late, for whatever reason, you drink some soda, you feel better. 20 minutes later, you feel a little bit low energy, and you drink soda again. You understand me? It will create a sequence of glucose roller coaster. You understand me? And your insulin will be high all the time. You understand me? And what happened next? Because your body constantly need to bring glucose into your cells, into your liver, turn into glycogen. There will be consequences. What happens next? In your liver, glycogen needs to turn to fat, and that is why you have fatty liver. You understand me?
Yeah.
In your muscle, the cell will resist because they are under the order of insulin. You need to store more glycogen. And they say, no, I cannot fucking store more glycogen. Now I resist. You understand me? So that is why the effects of insulin reduce. And that is why we call it insulin resistant. Because your body needs to produce more insulin in order to keep your blood glucose at safe level. So sometimes you measure your blood glucose and it's not at alarming level, but you are suffering from insulin resistance already. So that means it's on the pathway to go to pre-diabetic and diabetic. And that is why I told you, don't be too proud of your blood test, because you are in the progress of getting pre-diabetic and diabetic. That is insulin resistant. You have to bear in mind. That is very, very important terms. You understand me? So you see, the high blood glucose, the glucose spike, is the root cause leading to insulin resistance. And once insulin resistance goes to a certain level, you got diabetic. And once you got diabetic, and then a whole bunch of consequences I can name. You got problem with cholesterol, you got problem with triglyceride, you got problem with your arteries, with some clogging of your arteries. You may have heart failure, you may have stroke. You're not able to function. Your eyesight become blurred. You understand me? Okay? And you see, carb is the root cause. I'm not saying that you shouldn't eat carb, but you need to consume carb wisely. Okay? And now I will turn into nutrition part of my sharing. You have any questions about this?
No, it's very clear.
Very clear?
Yes.
Okay. All of you are overweight. Some of you are obese. Is it clear? First of all, do you know why? Why you keep gaining weight? Because your calorie in is way more than calorie out. You are consuming way more calories that your body can burn. Do you understand that?
Yes.
This is a very simple equation. Okay? We call it calorie surplus. So, how to lose weight?
Calorie is less than calorie down.
Yes, you need to change this. And now you have calorie deficit. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about the total calories that we consume. Whatever the hell food that we consume that produce calories. First is carbohydrates. That includes sugar, starch. Okay? Soft drink, beers, red wine, etc. Second, protein. Third, lipids. Okay? So for every 1 gram of carb, I don't remember exactly the number, but it could be something like 3.7 calorie per gram. Protein, probably around the same range, 3.7, 3.9, whatever, okay? But very close to this number. Fat, it is about 9.2 something. So that means if you eat 1 gram of lipids, it contains the energy of like 3 grams of carb. You understand me?
Yeah. 3 times.
Yeah, about 3 times. But very importantly, your body will store fat when you have high insulin. You remember? High insulin leading to glycogen storage, and glycogen eventually turns to lipids.
Yeah.
So once you have high glycogen, once you have high insulin, your body will always start in the fat storing process, not the opposite. So if you want to lose weight, of course you need to burn fat. And you need to have calorie deficit. Right?
Yeah.
So that means you need to have the sum of energy you consume is less than the sum of energy that you burn. Second, you need to make sure that your insulin level low. Understand me? So that means you need to avoid glucose spike. Understand me?
Yeah.
So what food make your glucose spike the most? Which one?
Lipids.
No,
Rice.
carb.
Okay.
Why? It's fast way to make your blood glucose increase.
Yes.
You understand it? Carb will be the one to increase your blood glucose the fastest.
Yeah.
Understand?
Because break out to glucose.
Yes, very quick. You drink a bottle of Coke, your blood glucose increase immediately. By the time that you drink it, go to your throat, your esophagus, your stomach, go to the bloodstream immediately. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
avoid any sugary drink.
Yeah.
That is super stupid to drink sugar. Understand? You have to avoid glucose spike. Do not drink sugary water. Do not eat carb when you are hungry. Do you understand me? I say it again. Do not eat carb when you are hungry. And that is why I asked you yesterday, what do you have for breakfast? Oh, I have noodles, I have bread, I have whatever. I ask you, do you notice the first word of your meal contains carb? I call it carb-centric meal. Because the meal is central in carb. Do you understand me? The main ingredients of your meal is carb.
Yeah.
And you eat that for the very first meal in the day, the breakfast. That is fucking stupid. Do you understand me? If you eat carb for the very first meal in the day, that's fucking stupid. You know why they call it breakfast? That you break the fasting period. Fasting is the period that you don't eat.
Yeah.
You understand me? So eating carb in the morning is fucking stupid. Okay? Because it will increase your blood glucose very quick. The second is protein. It will also increase your blood glucose, but a lot slower. And the slower is lipids. And the one that will not increase your blood glucose, but has no energy value, is fiber. No energy value because fiber is inert. Inert means you have no enzyme to break it down. Okay? You're not ruminant. You're not cow. You are not buffalo. Understand me?
Yeah.
So, every food has one value called glycemic index. The glycemic index stands for the ability to increase your blood glucose. Okay? So not surprising, what will be the highest is glucose up. Like honey, okay? You eat honey, your blood glucose go through the roof immediately.
Yeah.
So the highest will be glucose. And then what? Fructose. And then what? Sucrose. And then what? Starch. Okay? Those are really high in glycemic index. Anything that high in glycemic index will increase your blood glucose the fastest. Okay? And then followed by protein, lipids, and fiber. So it is very important to have the right eating sequence. That means the order of the food that you eat. You understand me? Because fiber is the lowest glycemic index. Should we eat it first or eat it last?
First.
First.
Yeah.
First,
Understand?
Yeah.
You need to eat the thing with the lowest glycemic index first. You need to eat fiber. You need to eat something super low in calorie, but super high in fiber. Understand me?
Yeah.
So the very first thing that you put in your mouth in the morning will be what?
Fibrous food.
vegetable.
Vegetable. Okay? But bear in mind, some vegetable contain carb. For example, pumpkin, right? Contain carb. Sweet potato contain carb. Understand me? So you need to define some sort of vegetable rich in fiber and super low in carbohydrates. Like what? Broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower. Understand me?
Yeah.
Lettuce. Like what? Give a few names. Okra, cucumber. Give a few more.
Would that be Spanish?
Spinach, yes. Good try.
Yeah. And morning glory or something.
Morning glory, perfect.
And I cannot name, but something similar to lettuce.
Yeah,
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe
Something contain no starch.
Yeah.
Usually leaves contain no starch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Roots contain some starch.
Yeah. Something like that.
Fruit contains starch. That's why pumpkin is a fruit.
Yeah.
But something super watery like cucumber contain no carb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Melon contain no carb.
Yeah.
But not watermelon, okay? I'm talking about regular
Yeah.
melon. So make sure you have those first. Treat yourself with those fiber and vegetable for the first meal. But before that, what should you do? Early in the morning, before having the meal.
Drinking water.
Yes. You have to drink a lot of water.
Yes.
Why? Because without water, your body cannot function. Understand? And when you drink more water, you have more feeling in your stomach.
Yeah.
You have less desire for food.
Mm-hmm.
Understand me?
Yes.
You drink water, you eat fiber, eat as much fiber as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And then you feel, okay, I ate a lot of fiber, and now I need to supply my body with something nutritious. Let me tell you, carb eventually turns into energy. Lipids eventually turn to energy. Protein, dual function. Energy and building blocks. It fixes your body. Okay? When you play sports, your muscle fiber rupture, and it fixes it. It fixes your joints. Okay? Build your muscle and make you stronger. You understand me?
Yeah.
So the second priority must be protein. Understand me?
Yeah.
And protein has lower in glycemic index, probably about the same range with lipids. But very importantly, you can remove carb, you're still functioning well. You can remove lipids, your body can make lipids easily.
Yeah.
No problem at all. Understand me? So those are not really essential in short term. Understand me?
Yeah.
But in short term, you need protein.
Yes.
So eat a lot of protein. Why? Because when you eat enough protein, your body will not have problems with having not enough building blocks to build a muscle. Understand me? And also, when you eat a lot of protein, you're full. Why? Because it takes time for protein to turn into energy. It takes time. So the digestion of protein takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
So during that time, you feel full. When you feel full, you don't have desire for food. When you don't have desire for food, you don't feel hungry. You don't have glucose spike. You don't have glucose crash. You have less desire to eat junk food, stupid food, shitty food. You understand me? Trash food, sorry, but it's true.
Yeah.
When you're hungry, I need to find a chocolate bar. I need to find some candies. I need to drink a bottle of Coke. That is super stupid. When you have enough protein, your energy level will be very stable. And when your energy level is stable, you are strong for the rest of the day. Understand me? And the digestion of protein itself consumes energy. So even though it is 3 point something calorie per gram, but you lost maybe 20-25% of those energy for digestion. So that means your calorie in will be less. Understand me? If you eat glucose, if you drink glucose, you got 100%. Because no need for an enzyme, no need for waiting, whatever. Understand me? Oh, by the way, I missed one thing. When you eat fiber, it will help, create a lining in your intestine.
Yeah.
So what does it mean? That means it will slow down the digestion. It will slow down the absorption of nutrients. So once the absorption of nutrient is reduced, you have less of glucose spike. Understand me?
Yeah.
There's a few keywords. Glucose spike is very important. Everything that we eat, everything we do is to tackle the glucose spike. Understand? That is why you need to eat enough protein. I have to emphasize this. Once you eat enough protein, you feel super energetic, you feel full, you have less desire for food, you have full energy, you can play sport, you can do whatever the fuck you can for the rest of the day. And how much protein you need? Let me tell you. It's about 2 to 2.2 grams of every 1 kg of your body weight. Like myself, now I'm 80 kg, so I need 160 to 180 grams of protein. Like myself, I'm 80 kg. I need 170 something grams of protein. So, how much meat, if I consume meat as a primary source of protein? Let's say I eat chicken. So you know what? When you have chicken breast, for example, the protein is the dry whey of that chicken breast, not the water of the chicken breast. Understand me? I'm talking about dry whey. Now I'm talking about protein gram. I'm talking about dry whey. If you eat like whey protein, it's dry, it's 100% protein. But this will translate to something like 500 grams of chicken. Understand me? Because you only have like 1/3 of the whey is dry whey. Maybe less, it's usually a quarter. So if it is a quarter, so that means about 500 to 600 grams. Understand me? So at least every day I need to consume 500 to 600 grams of protein to keep myself healthy. Avoid all those fucking glucose spikes. Understand me? So the very first meal, I have to make sure I have fiber and I have to have protein. Understand? So if you eat out, let me tell you, you can never consume enough protein. It is impossible for you to go and order a bowl of pho and I say, hey, put me half a kg of meat in a bowl of pho. They will tell you, forgot. Understand?
Yes.
And that is why if you want to lose weight, you want to be healthy, you have to prepare the meal by yourself. Understand me?
Yeah.
So, okay, I erase this.
Yes.
I think the rest of the laboratory think they are healthy. They think they are healthy.
Yeah, sure. This morning they also talk about
Yeah.
it. When they comment about our result.
Yeah. Tell them nobody is immune to chronic disease. Nobody. No fucking body in the world.
Yeah.
Okay? Understand that? Okay. So I talked about eating sequence already. Fiber, protein, and then some good fat.
Yeah.
Fat can be good, can be normal, can be bad. And let me tell you a few things. Good fat include DHA, EPA, etc. And this comes from fish oil. You consume marine fish, a bunch of those things, right?
Yes.
And then you have something that a little bit okay, good, monos, unsaturated fat. Like what? Olive oil.
From the seas.
Cottonseed? What?
The oil from some sea like
No.
Bean.
Simple is not.
No. Forget about it.
Vegetable oil is
Okay.
more healthy.
Olive oil or avocado oil?
Seed oil is not healthy.
It's the worst you can consume. Don't fall into those commercial traps. Okay? So DHA, EPA from fish oil is the best. But it is pricey, it is expensive. And that is why, you see, marine fish is more expensive. Like tuna.
yeah.
The belly of the tuna, otero, super expensive because it's containing purely DHA. Something cheaper, like salmon. When you buy salmon, trout, buy the oily part of it. Buy the belly. Okay? The meat is, fine. Nutritional values, it's just meat. But the oil makes a difference. For your salad, buy some olive oil, avocado oil. Do you think it's expensive? Like one bottle of olive oil, avocado oil, it could be like $15. But you can eat for almost a month. You drink some bottle of beer, it costs you almost the same thing, but you never think about the cost. And if you buy some good oil, and then you feel, hey, it's extremely expensive, that's bullshit. Understand me? So those are good fat. Prioritize for the consumption of those good fat first. And then for something for cooking. Cooking like frying. If you fry don't use seed oil. You can use something like animal fat. Yes, like pork fat. You just buy a little bit of pork fat, you put it on the frying pan, when it's hot, and it's producing oil, and you use the oil for stir fry. It is a lot better than the seed oil. You know what? Animal fat is something neutral. Not good and not bad. Because the composition is similar to the fat in your belly. Understand? And yourself, you storing a lot of those fucking fat already. Why should you worry about some fat that you consume is very similar to your belly fat? Understand? And then the worst is seeds. Like what? Sunflower, whatever seeds, soybean. You know why? Because it's highly inflammatory. Inflammatory. What does it mean?
Can burn.
Vim. Gây viêm. Inflammatory. It can cause
Swelling.
heart problem, artery problems. Understand? And that is why I told the cook, do not buy those fucking seed oil for cooking to my father. Understand? Oh, but I need to fry something. Do not fry. He needs to eat to stay alive. Okay? Not to eat, enjoy the meal, and then die. That's stupid. Okay? And those fat you need to consume after the what? The protein. Okay? You may eat some fat from the fish, the belly of the fish, the nuts. For example, like pistachio, the nuts, like cashew, for example. Yeah, exactly. Those are healthy fat. The seed oil is processed fat. Understand me?
Yes.
Avocado. You know why we eat avocado? Because it is the most fatty food in the world. And it contains monounsaturated fat. It's healthy fat. It helps improve your cardiovascular system. Understand? Can you afford buying avocado? Is it too expensive for you?
No.
I don't think so.
Don't think so, right?
It's no.
Good. Make sure you have all those first. Okay? And then you feel full already. If that happens, congratulations, you can skip the carb. Understand me? If you still have some fucking excuses that if I don't eat carb, I cannot survive, okay, I can give you a compromise. Eat your fucking carb. But at last, that will not really create glucose spike. Understand me?
Yes.
I don't need to eat carb. For me, carb is the enemy. Even though I try my best to avoid carb, I still have to face it. Don't worry. You don't have to worry. You eat fruit, whole bunch of carb. You eat something that's covered with flour, it contains carb. Everything surrounding us with carb. you don't necessarily eat carb because it's just energy. Understand me? Even though when you eat carb, your glucose increase and you feel a little bit of dopamine, happiness at that time. But that is cheap happiness. You know what I mean? When you eat a piece of candy, you feel happy a little bit. But for the rest of the day, your mood is like shit. If you can eat in this sequence, your blood glucose will be like this. And if your blood glucose is like this, your insulin is like this. You don't have the glucose spike, you don't have the insulin increase, you can reverse the insulin resistance. Do you understand me? Okay? This is super important. Do not give any excuse that you cannot do it. I want you to show me your meal tomorrow. How does it look like? What you put in your body. Understand me? You need to buy those fucking things easily. Okay? You can buy whole chicken, never mind. You can eat the chicken fat, never mind. It's just the chicken fat and chicken skin.
Yes.
It just has no nutritional values per se. But if you eat it just like a source of energy, fine. Can you afford buying eggs?
Yes.
It's very cheap. And if you eat eggs in the morning, like a source of protein, it helps stabilize your blood glucose as well. And I can tell you one trick to prepare for your eggs.
Actually, that I did this
Yes.
morning.
Yeah. I will show you.
Very simple.
Very simple. You have this one, right? You can store hot water.
Yeah.
It's thermostable. You put some eggs inside. You pour boiling water and let it sit for about 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it becomes perfectly soft boiled.
Yeah.
And why should you eat eggs? That means whole eggs. I'm not talking about eggs white. Eggs white contain only protein, but whole eggs contains a lot of micronutrients, phospholipids, etc., vitamins.
Yeah.
Very important for your body. Every day, if you eat like 2-3 eggs in the morning, that's perfect. Why? It helps stabilize your blood glucose. It provides some protein. Each egg contains about 6 grams of protein. Okay? You eat some chicken breast, you eat some fish fillet, reduce sodium.
Yeah.
Reduce sodium. Do not put too much salt, because salt is all around us. Whatever you eat contains salt. Even the bread, they put salt in it. Understand me? In the morning, if you don't have time, you have some broccoli. Okay, you just pour some hot water on the broccoli for 30 seconds. Remove the hot water, and then there you go, you got something edible. You prepare the eggs, 30 seconds. You eat half of the avocados, 20 seconds. And you got a nutritious meal. And it costs you maybe less than $1. Understand me?
Yeah.
You go eat out, whole bunch of carb, whole bunch of MSG, monosodium glutamate, bột ngọt. This is worse.
Yes.
Okay? When you eat out, because it makes your body store water. Understand? Understand me?
Yeah.
Now you understand what to eat, how to eat in one meal. Understand me? And now I will show you how will you organize the meals in the day. Okay? Can I erase this?
Yes.
You know, one thing that I realized from most of you guys, that you cannot focus, you cannot concentrate for probably more than 30 minutes. You know why? Because of your blood glucose is not stable. You understand me? So when you focus on something, you know, your body produces a lot of adrenaline, and then burns all the glucose. Then you got a glucose drop.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, and then you feel dizziness, you feel sleepy, you lose the focus. Is it stupid? Is it stupid? Is it stupid to have a body like that? Is it stupid to have the metabolism like that?
Yeah.
Because why? Because you cannot defeat the guy in front of you. If you want to win the conversation, if you want to win negotiation, if you want to win whatever exchange, you have to be strong. You have to have the endurance.
Yeah.
So that's why maintaining stable energy level is very important. And now we come to a term, ketosis. Let me explain. Your body uses glucose as fast fuels, but that fuel not only coming from carb, it can also be converted from protein and fat. Okay? Your body not only using glucose, it can also use ketones as energy. Understand me? Let me explain. You see, if you do something quick, for example, you run 100 meters, you gotta burn all those fucking glucose in 10 seconds, right? But if you run further than that, your blood glucose depleted, and now you are using glycogen, right? The glycogen will be broken down into glucose and supplying your bloodstream with glucose. And then when your glycogen is depleted, what source of energy they will burn?
Ketones.
Ketones. And the ketones coming from your fucking fat. Understand me?
Yeah.
Understand me?
Yeah.
So you cannot burn your fat to lose weight unless you reach ketosis. Understand me?
Yeah.
So if you keep consuming those fucking carbs, you can never lose weight
Yeah.
because you never reach ketosis. Simple logic,
Yeah.
no rocket science, just common sense, okay?
Yes.
I'm not a doctor. So how to reach the ketosis? I explained you already. First, you need to reduce the consumption of carb
Yeah.
already in the meal. Second is to how to arrange the meal during the day. For example, you wake up 6 a.m. in the morning, right?
Yes.
And then probably you have your breakfast at 7. And then maybe at 12 you have lunch, right?
Yes.
And then at 6 you have dinner. And then you go out for milk tea. Those fucking milk tea at 9 p.m. or some drinks, you see your body is constantly being supplied with nutrient, with carbohydrates. You will never lose those carbohydrates. Okay? So how to fix it? I told you already what to eat. And now is how to eat. First of all, this one, is it needed for your body? Erase this. Okay? Now you have your eating starting from 7 until 6 p.m. That means you have 11 hours of eating and 13 hours of fasting. Understand me? And your body can only burn the storage during the fasting, not during the eating. Understand? So it will only burn energy, it will only burn the storage of glucose, glycogen, etc. after the last meal.
Yeah.
So your job now is to prolong this. Understand me? You need to prolong the fasting. Why? Because if you have a prolonged fasting, your body will burn first your blood glucose, and then your carbohydrate, your glycogen, and then eventually, when all of those are gone, you start burning fat. Understand me? So instead of having 13 hours, you may gradually increase to 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I experienced the healthiest, full of energy when I do something like 16 to 18. Somebody can do like 1 meal per day. But it takes time for your body to be adapted. And let me tell you, again, when you do something, do not torture yourself. Do not change something so immediate and your body start to revenge. Understand me? So now, this one is not needed. Eliminate it. But then, you can start delaying your breakfast. So if you delay your breakfast, it's easy. You make your own meal at home. You have your meal box. You bring it to the company. Do not eat in the morning. Okay, I will delay it until some time that I feel very hungry. Could be 9, could be 10. Okay, so you delay it until 9 to 10 a.m. in the morning. You eat that meal. And because it's so close to lunch, you can skip the lunch. And then you get home probably at 5 p.m. Okay, I'm start hungry. Okay, I will do some exercise. You're hungry, go do some exercise. Why? Because when you're hungry, your blood glucose is low, your glycogen is depleted, and now you are in the fat burning period. Why don't you further create more momentum for fat burning? Do some exercise in the morning. Do some exercise before meal. Understand me? You don't need to do extreme exercise. Let me tell you something really simple. Squat with your own body weight. Push up. You cannot do the full push up. You can do something like this. Is it easy? On lunch. Something super simple. Have some weight bar. Simple. You can burn some energy before meal. Understand me? So now you can gradually increase your fasting to 16, 18, and during that time, what happened in your body? Your glucose is gone. And then it starts burning the glycogen. The glycogen will be converted into glucose. Understand me? And once the glycogen is depleted, it starts making ketones. It burns the fat. Where to burn first? Your organ fats. It will burn the fat in the liver. So you can avoid fat liver disease by doing so. Okay? So if you guys doing, okay, you guys may need to go back and do the ultrasound check of your organ. I can guarantee that some of you got fat liver already. So by doing fasting and ketones, you can eventually reduce the fat liver disease. Understand me?
Yes.
And then, once the fat in the liver is gone, it starts burning the fat in the under the skin, the belly, etc. If you don't see your vein, that means you have too much fat. Okay? Understand me? Once you have more fat burning, more ketones produced, you turn into the ketosis. And you can only achieve the ketosis with your diet, plus your fasting, plus your exercise. Understand me?
Yes, understand.
So it will start burning the fat. And in your body, you care of your overweight, right?
Yeah.
And with your overweight and your height, you have the BMI. Body mass index. BMI, to some extent, is not super helpful. It's an indicator, of course. But what if, I'm 80 kg, I'm 171 centimeter, but somebody without muscle at my weight look very fat. He can be like 75 kg, but he has a whole bunch of fat and no muscle. Is he healthy?
No.
No. It's also about the fat and the muscle ratio. Understand me? You need to reduce the fat, you need to increase the percentage of muscle. Your body fat must be below 25%. Ideally, somewhere between 15 to 20. I think you are like over 40.
Yeah.
I think you are over 30. I think you're over 32. You can buy a scale and can also measure your percentage of body fat as well. Buy it. That's an investment. Understand me? Buy a good scale that can measure your BMI, can measure your fat muscle ratio. $100 something. Okay? Understand it? Record it. Record your body weight every morning. Record your, the fat cannot change immediately, but record your fat every week. And then graph it. And then you see a big change. Understand me? You need to reach the ketosis in order to burn more fat. So once you have a prolonged fasting, you have more of ketosis. Understand?
Yes.
So overall, I can tell that you have to reduce the consumption of any glucose and carb. You increase the consumption of protein or fiber first. You have moderate consumption of fat. But fat is still, not as bad as carb. And also very importantly, you need to have enough water and mineral and vitamins. My trick is, you drink plenty of water, but buy something super cheap but super effective, lime. Squeeze some lime juice in the water. I can tell you, one day you realize it is super delicious. You know, the smell is very good. In the morning, when you drink a bottle of water with some lime juice, it gives you a lot of energy. It gives you the awareness, it gives you the consciousness. Why? Because it contains vitamin C. It contains minerals. Understand me? Whenever I'm in a long driving distance, sometimes I drive in other countries, I drive very fast, I have to super focus, I drink lime juice. Easy. Drink it because it also helps burning your internal fat as well. Consuming lime juice will accelerate the fat burning process. You can also drink some of something like apple vinegar. In moderation before bedtime. It helps burning the fat during the day as well. You understand it? And now I explain you why you have glucose spike, why you have insulin resistance, why you have diabetes. Oh, by the way, you guys also having problem with uric acid is a metabolite. You have metabolic disease, eventually you got uric acid. Okay, fine. You have triglyceride, the fat in your bloodstream. You have cholesterol. Okay? Let me tell you one thing. You're eating something very similar to what I'm eating. Why you have high in cholesterol? Is it the cholesterol that you consume from the food, or is it the cholesterol that your body produces? Tell me. Primarily, the cholesterol is produced by our body. Understand me? So if you cannot manage blood glucose, you cannot manage insulin resistance, you can never reach the ketosis. So the ketosis, during the ketosis time, your body will burn fat. Your body will also burn proteins. We burn protein as the source of energy because it has no carbohydrates left. So it has to burn proteins. The protein is from the meal that you eat. That is why you have to consume a lot of proteins in order not to lose the muscle. You understand me? If you do fasting and you don't eat enough protein, you lose the muscle. And when you lose the muscle, you will have what we call skinny fat. Some guy looks skinny, but very high level of visceral fat. That is even more dangerous. You see, sometimes you see a guy, super thin, the arms, the legs looks very small, but big belly. It looks fucking weird. You understand me? Eat enough protein. And your body will burn protein as source of energy. That will be a lot healthier. And let me tell you one thing. Sometimes in our body, at any moment, and in our body, we have mutation. We have cancer cells. And you know what? People overweight, people with diabetes have higher risk of getting cancer. You know why? Because normally, when we are hungry, when we are in fasting, when we are in ketosis, our immune cells, especially the killer T cell will go and hunt for the wrong program cells, the cancer cell.
Yeah, understand.
You understand me? Phagocytosis. So during that process, it helps eliminate the dead cells, wrong cells, cancer cells, whatever. Clean up your body. Clean up the storage of your fucking fridge. That is why having ketosis is also very important. Understand me? You can never reach ketosis if you don't have the right meals, if you don't have the right arrangement of the meals, if you don't have enough exercise. Understand? And now, let me explain you a little bit about our body hormones. Because the hormones is the triggering factor of any of our behavior. If you do the work and you don't feel happy, it is because of your hormones. If you like a girl, it is because of your hormones. If you like the guy behind, because of your hormones as well. Understand me? Now I need to explain you the hormones. Because if you don't understand how to manipulate your hormones, you will never feel happy. And if you don't feel happy, you have less energy, you have less desire to continue on. Understand me? So in your body, you have a few hormones. First is the hormone of happiness, dopamine. What else?
Oxytocin.
Oxytocin. Melatonin. Okay. We have also energy. Hormones of being a little bit of excitement is adrenaline. You know why I love speed? Because it gives me adrenaline. I'm addicted to adrenaline. 5. Adrenaline is a hormone that make you manly. They make you a naughty boy. Okay? And some bad hormones. Fucking cortisol. This leads to anxiety, depression, difficult for sleeping. Understand me? So in order to have less of a cortisol, anxiety, because when you have more cortisol and anxiety, you lose the muscle. You store more fat. Your blood glucose increase. You understand me? This is the reason why somebody are sensitive to caffeine, because caffeine can make you a little bit of anxiety, and then it can increase the blood glucose. So I drink coffee every day, and I don't have those kind of anxiety because I'm healthy. But some, okay, everyone are different. You have to bear in mind. How to avoid those cortisol? First, do not make cheap dopamine. What is cheap dopamine? Okay, I check my phone and I got likes and every 2 minutes, and I have to check my phone. I have to check my TikTok and check my reels, and you know when another video pop out and I see, okay, I'm a little bit excited, and okay, I see another video, I feel a little bit more excited. Those are cheap dopamine. I have a candy bar, I have a little bit of cheap dopamine. You understand me? Those are cheap dopamine. You know, dopamine is happiness. But when you have a little bit of cheap happiness, eventually you become resistant to happiness. Do you understand me? For example, if you eat something when you're hungry and you can only eat it once in a while, you feel, oh, this one is super good. If you eat my steak, I just make it like once a year. Log steak is the best in the world. But if I cook you steak every day, forget about those fucking steak. It's horrible. Because you have a lot of cheap dopamine. You understand me? Stay away from cheap dopamine. Coming from soft drink, sugar, social media, exactly. And short videos, TikTok, whatever. When you see more of those, eventually your cortisol will increase because you become dopamine resistant or dopamine addiction. You see, that is why you see when young kids, you give him with a cell phone and he is so addicted to TikTok, he never get away from it. That is addiction. How to have more melatonin? You need to have relaxation.
Good sleep.
Good sleep. How to have a good sleep? You need to have a happy day. You need to have a day full of energy. You have to have a day full of excitement. You have a day that you feel proud of yourself. For example, I do 200 push-ups. I don't do it every day. That's stupid because if I do 200 push-ups every day and I don't give my muscles some rest, eventually I will have some injury. But typically I do like 200 push-ups, but 4 to 5 days a week. I give myself a 2 day of rest. But if I don't do push-ups, I do pickleball, I do running, I do jogging, I do swimming, I do whatever, weightlifting, whatever. And I feel like, okay, every day if I burn 600 calories, I have 600 calories deficit, whatever. I feel proud of myself, okay? Treat myself with a good sleep. You have more melatonin. Understand me? Those are cortisol killer. If you are not you don't do exercise, your body will not need to rest. You will stay up late. You have more anxiety, you have more cortisol, more problems. You understand me? That is why when you do exercise, you play sport, you sleep better. Don't stay up late. Understand? Do not stay up late. 10 p.m., make sure everything is done. Sleep. Wake up early. Why wake up early? When you wake up early, your body starts to burn energy. In the morning, what should you do? Drink water. Do some exercise. You can walk around your campus. You can do some sit-up. You can do some squat. You can do some bicycling. Whatever. Burn some energy. Because it wakes up your body. You stop producing testosterone. And by the way, if you want to have muscle, you need to have testosterone for men. You understand me?
Yeah.
Morning exercise will produce a lot of testosterone. When you have more testosterone, you have more muscle. You have more endurance, have more power. You have more dominance. You become the king. You become Godfather. You understand me? You understand me? That helps you to reduce cortisol. If you have trouble sleeping, you can get some melatonin pills. Make sure that you can go sleep at least 6 hours. At least, I say the minimum. For example, if you go to bed at 10 p.m., you wake up at 5:30, you got 6.5 hours. That's, no, 7.5 hours. That's perfect. And when you wake up early, you have like 2-3 hours before office hours. You can prepare your meal. Now you have time, okay? You can go ahead and prepare your meal and think about what you want to do today. And then you got your meal ready and you go jogging, you go running, whatever. Exercise, and then you have a good shower and have some good music. You go to the office, you are full of energy. Your body keep burning energy, keep burning fat, reducing any fucking toxic compounds, toxic substances, toxic molecules in your body. Understanding? And then you can start thinking about a meal, but no, I'm still okay. I can do this work. Oh, I'm not hungry. And then, okay, I start feeling a little bit hungry. Okay, I will eat some fiber in moderation. I eat some boiled broccoli, etc. Blah blah blah. Oh, I'm getting more hungry, and I think it's time that every cells of my body asking me, hey, you need to supply me with some protein because I need those fucking shit to repair my cells, etc. And then okay, I start eating chicken. I start eating eggs. I start eating fish, shrimp, whatever. Okay? And then you have the whole energy to get you through the lunchtime. You don't need to have lunch. And then when you go home at 5, yeah, I feel a little bit hungry. But let's do some exercise. You can play pickleball, you can play badminton, whatever. 30 minutes, walking around or doing some squat, doing some push-up. Okay, I need to finish my push-up, I need to finish 100 push-ups today, etc. And then you have the happy dinner. After having the dinner, after having the meal, what should you do? Exercise again. You don't need to go with extreme exercise, just walking. Do not sit back, do not lay on the bed. Walking, you can do walking and then you can check your emails, you can work at the same time. Your brain is still functioning, your body is still functioning, and you can burn more energy. You don't need to do extreme cardio, let me tell you. Extreme cardio is stupid. When you do extreme cardio, you become less active in the day. The thing is, you have to make yourself active. If you already sit here for 1.5 hours, I demand you after this, you go and do some exercise, do some squat, do some push-up, whatever. Walk around, stretch out your muscle. The thing is, sometimes you have non-exercise activity, but it's still burning a lot of calories. Every day you can burn like 400-500 extra calories by doing those things. Can you imagine if I just stand and walk back and forth like this? Every hours I can burn 100 calories. So if I do this for 6 hours a day, I burn 600 calories without doing real exercise. You understand me? If I talk to you with this kind of focus, my brain keeps burning energy like crazy. And you see my voice, I'm still active, still energetic, that means my body is keep burning those fucking energy every single moment. Understand me? And that is how you stay healthy, you stay focused, you stay top of the game, you become the godfather, you become unbeatable. I always talk to myself that lock your fucking bastards, nobody can defeat you. Every single moment. I could do it, so you can. Understand? With that, I give you a few homework to do. Starting immediately from now, you are under my surveillance. I cannot guarantee that you become a billionaire, but I have to make sure that you will stay alive. Understand me? You need to have a checklist of what to do. First, you need to have a scale. Understand? And I want to see your measurement tomorrow. Understand me? I want you to prepare your meal. I want you to make sure that you have a program of your eatings. You have a program of your exercise. I'm not telling you that you do extreme exercise, but make sure that your body is progressing every single day. For example, today you can do 5 push-ups, fine. Next week you can do 10. Next week you can do 12. Next week you can do 15, etc. You can see the progression. You can see that you're constantly in the progress. Understand me? Do it. Have your body weight measured every day. Send it to me. And explain me. What the fuck I did yesterday, why I gained half a kilogram. You can explain immediately. And then you can fix your behavior. Remember, numbers don't lie. I can give 2 million excuses, but if I keep gaining weight because I'm fucking losing my discipline. Is it clear? And very importantly, now your life is at risk. Have your blood test probably every 2 weeks. Have your blood test every 2 weeks. Then you can see an improvement in terms of blood glucose. HbA1c is the average glucose. Triglyceride, cholesterol, uric acid, etc. Why? Because those will give you some dopamine. You feel proud of yourself. Now your blood glucose is through the roof, 9 point something. I want to see 8.5, I want to see 8.2, 7.2, etc. Because if you don't see the progress, you don't feel proud of yourself, you don't have the dopamine, you don't have the adrenaline to do the things. You need to give some reward to your brain. You understand me? I want you to come up with 1 page. What I will be doing starting from now. Understand me? And then you will never go back and say, Locks, I have diabetes, I have heart disease, I have those fucking metabolic disease. We have those diseases because we are stupid. Understand me? You know what? You do the blood test. The doctors can give you with 1 minute consulting. What should you do? It took me 2 fucking hours to explain you all those things. Do you think that a doctor would be this patient to explain you all this? Never. That is the healthcare system. They just treat the symptom, they treat the consequences, but they don't teach people what to do. Be careful. I'm going against all those healthcare systems. Okay, so with that, good luck. And I want to see the result. I don't want to see any excuses. Starting immediately from now, stop smoking. Stop drinking.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, I was super disappointed when I saw a text. Sir, I got some drinks today. And then after that day, oh, I was having some drinks with my instructor. What the fuck you were doing? You have no clue what you're facing. And you're wasting your time. You're wasting your health for those fucking drinks. It doesn't give you any benefits. Most of the time that you drink is bullshit, wasting time and health. Why don't you spend those time doing exercise? Improve yourself. Learn something else. Focus on something. Spending time with your family. Don't waste your time. You know what? Yesterday I posted one thing on my social media. Don't try to get close to successful people. Because if you are not at that level, they don't fucking care you. They can only care you because you are bringing some benefits. They are learning something from you. They are taking some advantage from you. If you're not at that level, you don't bring any benefits. You just waste your time. Being a successful person first. And then everyone will surround you. Don't waste your time. I say it again. Don't do that stupid fucking shit. Okay?
Yeah.
Do it now.
Yeah.
And I want to see the result. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You understand?
Yes.